Hi everyone, back again. So, I might have gone to Second and Charles today, you know, my home away from home, the best place on earth. I had to introduce my father to the bookstore. He had never been, and they have an amazing sale going on right there right now. It is buy 5 books, get 5 free. So, of course, I didn't have a choice. I got 10 books, whatever, but I only paid for 5 of them, so that was very exciting. The whole premise of the books that I got was I liked the covers. Like, I really wanted to just go there and judge a book by its cover. So I have 10 books that I thought the covers were really pretty, and let me go ahead and get started. Well, I have 9 books, but I'll get to that in a second. So, the first book that I picked up is The Court of the Air by Stephen Hunt. It is a steampunk novel, and it's got this really pretty, really cool picture of a balloon on it, and the font is really great. I'm really excited. I've been getting into steampunk more and more lately, mostly steampunk romance. So I'm trying to kind of branch out and do more than just romance, and to that effect, here's this book. So, first book that I got, and it was in the fantasy section. And as I'm browsing around in the fantasy section, I come across this book, A Madness of Angels by Kate Griffin, which I'm really excited about. I think I saw this at Borders back when it was still open, and it's just really cool. It's got a map of London on the back, the angel wings. I'm kind of into angels as far as supernatural beings go. I feel like vampires have been done, witches have been done, wizards have been done, but angels, we haven't really done angels. So really excited to read this book. It does take place in London, which I'm very excited about. I really want to go to London again, so very excited to read this book. And then I'm browsing around sort of the clearance shelves, what have you, and I come across this book, The House of Tomorrow by Peter Boniani. And this is a book that I've actually seen at Second and Charles several times while I've been browsing, and it was kind of always like, I don't know, blah, because it is from a first-person point of view, which isn't my favorite point of view to read, but I figure every single time I go there, this book is right in my face. I'd hardly ever have to look at it. And the font is really cool. It looks kind of like newspaper clippings. And so I figured, what the heck, I'll go ahead and get it, see what it's about. So I'm really excited to read The House of Tomorrow. It's kind of a according to the back, it's kind of a coming-of-age story. This kid is homeschooled and by his grandmother, and I think they're very into futuristic society, and it's basically about him finding friends who have other opinions, and so I'm really excited to read this book. Now, the next book that I came across, and let me just say, it's a young adult, and I haven't really read young adult. I don't usually read young adult. It's not my favorite genre, which is kind of like against all of BookTube. All of BookTube is obsessed with YA, at least everybody that I watch. Anyway, so I'm trying to get back into it. I might make another video about my opinion, my stance on YA, but anyway, the one that I picked up is A Certain Slant of Light by Laura Whitcomb. I saw this one on Amazon a while ago, and I was really intrigued by it. It's a ghost story, and it's a ghost story from the point of view of the ghost, and so I'm really excited to read it. One of my friends, Jessie York, she has a blog called whatcomesnextreviews.com, and I think that she did a review on this, and it was really good. She really liked it, so I thought, what the hey, and the cover is really interesting too. It kind of reminds me of Ophelia from Hamlet for some reason. Maybe it's the water, but anyway, so that's the fourth book that I picked up. The next one was on a clearance rack. It is called Loving Frank by Nancy Horan, and it is about Frank Lloyd Wright. So it is a historical novel, which I'm really excited about. That is a kind of a favorite genre of mine. I took a class on it in college. It's got the really great Frank Lloyd Wright kind of geometry on here, and it's about Frank Lloyd Wright and this woman that he has an affair with. And so I'm very excited to read this. It's got a very beautiful, warm kind of a cover, very golden. So that was also really pretty. And it was $2, so, you know, whatever. So I got this one. Now this next book, this one really got into more of the book by its cover kind of theme. I have never heard of this author. I have never seen this book. But it was at the top of the shelf in the bookstore. It is called Sacred Games by Vikram Chandra, and I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's set in India, and it's a really big book, so I'm not really sure. I don't know what could anything could happen, but it looks so cool. It kind of gives me a noir kind of feeling, and I really do like noir books. So we'll see what it's about. It is set in Mumbai, and apparently involves a policeman, a criminal overlord, a Bollywood film star, beggars, cultists, spies, and terrorists. So there you have it. I think it's going to turn out to be something like the many different people, stories of the many different people that live in Mumbai, but we'll find out. Yeah, so Sacred Games by Vikram Chandra. Very, very interesting cover. I was really, really happy to find that. The next one is another YA book, and another book that I pretty much picked up based entirely on the cover, but also because I did read the synopsis on the back. It kind of spoke to me. It is Angel Burn by L.A. Weatherly. This is the first book in a trilogy by this author. The next one is Angel Fire. So again, we have the angel theme, which I was really drawn to, and also just the beautiful cover. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of got this gold around the edges, and it's got a really cool silhouette, and the side work is really beautiful too. It kind of reminds me of Beautiful Creatures, so with the scroll work here. So I was really excited to read it. I think that it's, sorry, I was just reading the back real fast. I mean, who knows what this is about. It's kind of one of those things, like, I think that what we see a lot in pop culture lately is this idea that angels aren't the benevolent beings that we really find them to be. I see that a lot in Supernatural and others, so we'll see how this one goes. Really excited to find it, and again, a beautiful cover, so there was that. This next one, The Yard by Alex Grecian. Isn't that a great cover? I love this with the gate and the yard. It's just awesome. So this is also about London. It's set in the Victorian era, and it's just after the Jack the Ripper murders. And this one was, I actually downloaded a sample to my Kindle, and it was on Amazon, my Amazon wishlist, and boom, there it was. So I bought it because the cover is beautiful, and also it had been on my Amazon wishlist, so it worked out. So The Yard by Alex Grecian, really excited to read this one as well. Beautiful cover. Then the final book that I picked up was, Second & Charles has this amazing graphic novel section, and so I have been kind of getting into graphic novels lately, and trying to, because they tend to be a little bit more on the expensive side, so I've been trying to find them used, and I found one. It is the first graphic novel in the Sin City series by Frank Miller, and this one is called The Hard Goodbye. So this is the same comic or graphic novel series that the movie Sin City is based on, and if you have seen Sin City, then the first sort of segment is based on this book. And it's pretty, I think that, you know, filmmakers must love adapting graphic novels because you pretty much have the storyboard made for you already. Like, half of your work is done. So this is definitely like an adult graphic novel. I would not recommend this for someone who is not, you know, at least 17. It's got, I love the opening artwork. I can't show it on video, I can't really show, well, I'll show this. It's just, the artwork is amazing. It really conveys a sense of longing, and there you can see, like, just kind of passion, and it's just really beautiful, and it's all in black and white. So I think that, you know, it's one thing to convey things in color, but when you only have two kind of when you're only shading things, when you're showing things that way, I think that that's really impressive, that you can convey so much emotion in just black and white. So again, Sin City by Frank Miller. Very excited to find the first installment. I read it. It's not a very hard read. There isn't a whole lot of dialogue. It's pretty much, a lot of it is just monologue and pictures, so you can get through it very quickly. I read it yesterday in like an hour. It was really, really good. So I would definitely recommend this, again, for you know, teenagers 17 and older. And those were all of the books that I got. If you've been counting, those were only 9 books. I was, as I said, I was there with my dad, and he was getting kind of antsy, and I was trying to find a 10th book. And so he picked one out, and I got the 10th book for him. So those are the books that I got at Second and Charles. I am so excited that they have this buy 5, get 5 free sale going on. And I definitely am going to go there again in the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to stockpile books. You'll understand one day, I promise. And it was really great talking with you guys about all of the books that I got based on the cover, based on the artwork. So I'm sure I'll see you guys soon, and have a great day. Bye!